subtopics.
Oh shit.
Oh, did that hurt?
Oh my gosh, that was so painful. Wow.
Would you slam the handrest thing?
No,
on?
I'm sitting and I
right
went
there.
to go adjust myself at the same time as it was right underneath this. Wow, that was
So
powerful.
you're sitting a lot higher than I am then.
Who's taller? I want to be a little higher. I want to be higher. Let's all be higher.
Hey, let's get high together.
Tequila, brother. Why don't you want to talk about tequila, man?
Tequila is no bueno,
We do
man.
podcasters, man. Like, let's talk about tequila.
Tequila is only good if you get it from a good spot.
Bro, if you don't know about tequila and the agave, man, you don't know what the f***'s going on, man.
You know, I had somebody try to tell me about tequila this week. I'm like,
They don't know what they're talking about, Holmes.
yeah, I know about the.
Don't let my stick touch your stick, man.
Oh yeah, that's sword crossing.
You don't
Don't
condone
cross
my
swords
stick
with me,
touching.
man. Unless you want to share a toilet bowl, man.
We do share. a
Somebody
toilet
tried
bowl.
to tell me about tequila this past week.
Yeah, what did they
I'm
say,
like- I'm
Holmes?
like- he goes, oh yeah, because they added preservatives to this and that, so it's like tequila sometimes is not even that good for you. I'm like, oh, okay. Tequila is
Oh,
one
yeah,
of the only
yeah.
uppers that this is the only upper.
It's a
He's like,
stimulant,
upper. He's like,
bro.
yeah, it's I was like, yeah, it's a
Brother.
stimulant.
Stimulant,
You
brother.
understand?
Did you know that, Holmes?
Check.
Stop talking to that accent.
It's a stimulant, man.
Stop.
You stimulate your life, bro. I better be preserve your freaking man.
How
And
would
show you
how would
back
your
to where you
how would
came
your
from,
coworkers
Holmes.
feel about this if you were impersonating them? They would you.
I don't care, Holmes. No, because these Mexican, man. They're from El Salvador.
Do me
They
a
don't
favor.
sound like these.
Do me a favor and hit pitch me a tea tree.
You want a stick with tea tree oil and shit, man? For your teeth and shit, man? Your bread? Good bread, Holmes. Good bread. Brother.
Miguel,
I
you
learned-
are my brother.
I learned today. You want? Sure, yeah.
I
Girl, I want to make you
I
sweat.
thought this is what you were going for because you had X for it for a
No,
second.
he
No, I
asked
was
for,
going for
tea
tea tree.
tree.
Yeah, that's pretty,
Tea tree therapy. You want one,
I'm gonna
Christian?
put these on. No, I'm all right.
Girl, I want to make you sweat.
What was I gonna say though? Oh,
Taking applications.
something I learned today.
What'd you learn?
Um,
What'd you learn?
Sorry. A good way to say sorry. Pardon.
Perdón.
Pardon.
Perdón.
Is that
Perdón.
French?
No, it's Spanish, yes.
Pardon. He was saying it
Pardon.
kinda like Frenchy.
It's
I was.
perdón. Perdón.
Pardon.
Perdón. Or when you're like trying
What's
to pass
sorry,
by. Lo siento.
Lo siento. Pardon.
Perdón. Or like
Lo siento. Pardon.
permiso.
That is saying pardon me. You
Lo
don't.
siento.
It's the one thing I
Lo
like about
siento.
Spanish. That's why they speak so fast, because they go through half the sentence in their first word.
Yeah, there's so many like innuendos and how you say things that it's very.
Is innuendo's the right word though?
Innuendo is like ways, different ways, or
They're like secret ways of giving them.
Ye-
It's like it's giving a message, but giving another message at the same time.
is that what an innuendo
Yes,
is?
I think
So
it
I've
is.
been using that wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, you got your dictionary in that book too.
I know how to
This could
use
be-
words and what they mean to some degree, I think at least, but I couldn't tell you the definition of most.
You just know how to use the word.
No one expects you to know the
development.
definition
And
of most English language
We're
words.
going okay, so you're validating me. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Apologize.
And we're gonna start the episode right.
Yeah, you don't have to put
now.
that much pressure on you.
Give me all the pressure, man. Give me the pressure, baby. If you fool me once, I can't get fooled again. If you can't deal with pressure, get out the kitchen, baby.
As Garrett Cole would say, pressure is a privilege.
Pressure's a privilege. Be grateful, man. Let's
Shout out
go.
Garrett, 2023
Give me the pressure.
AL Cy Young winner.
Ooh, I love pressure. Pressure gives me adrenaline, and I'm an adrenaline junkie, baby.
Don't say junkie. That's a triggering word.
So
to me.
what do you say then? Adrenaline.
You use the word triggering.
I'm
today
an
in a
adrenaline.
sentence.
I'm an adrenaline
That's pretty crazy.
chaser.
Oh, how we doing?
Thank you for tuning in to the How We Doing podcast.
Where you get all your nurturing needs.
If you ever been to a supermarket, somebody didn't hold the door for you.
And they don't even ask how you're feeling.
Well, those people could go take a freaking walk.
And then when they come back, they can come watch the pod.
Watch my podcast.
All right.
Oh, who's driving the pod?
Somebody else drive it. I give the good news.
I got the notebook, baby.
I
I'm
guess
gonna
that
drive the
means
pod.
I'm
You're sitting
driving the
shotgun.
pod.
No,
You're
you're
those weren't the
sitting
first
shotgun.
words out of your
Hey,
mouth.
you want me to? I got it. I got it.
I got the notes. I'm driving your shotgun.
What do I do? Because I got a laptop now. I'm out.
Yeah. I don't like the whole technology thing.
You
I think it's.
take the lead, Chris.
I stole this laptop.
All right, Chris, look at me. Raise the glasses off.
I'm looking
just for
at
a
you.
second. No, I can't tell if you're looking at me.
I'm looking at you. I promise you.
Do you feel up to this task, or do you want me to do it? Tell me the truth. I just.
Do you ski?
You can ski?
Yeah, I can do it if you just relax.
Tell me without those glasses on, and it's all yours. You're in the driver's seat. I'll be shotgun. James will be shotgun too.
I can do the intro to
Remember-
the podcast.
Hold on. Remember when I was thinking about that? Remember when Dad would be like, "Look me in the eye and tell me whatever," like to tell if you're lying or not.
I would never be able to do it. And I used it ever since.
Yeah, now we use it, right? Like, no, look me in the eye and tell me.
You know how many people I
that-
press them on that?
Oh, it
Look
works.
me in the eye, and that they just can't do it.
And
Can't do it.
and I say that because you looked me in the eye and you told me, but you didn't mean it. So I'm gonna drive the ship.
I didn't mean it.
I could tell the way.
I'm
you-
gonna do the. I'm
No,
gonna do it.
Let him take it. Then you go ahead.
All right.
Say something.
All right.
And just pass it on.
All right, Christopher James, opening How We Doing Pod, episode 30. That means we've done 3 sets of 10 episodes 3 times. What's for dinner? Go.
Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the How We Doing podcast, episode 30. Welcome back for those of you that are new. Welcome for the first time. Hope you're doing good.
Greetings.
This is a podcast where we encourage you. We try our best. You know, we're not
Push
perfect.
you in the right direction.
Right, we give you a little nudge.
Little smudge.
That's all it is.
Smudge.
I'll push.
But we're kind of pushing a message to just care more about people that, you know, you don't really care about.
Yeah, that's it's
Wow.
that's
In
that
pl-
simple.
In plain terms.
Yeah, you know, trying to simplify
Care
for the
about the
people.
ones you don't care about. See how that works. It works.
Oh, that's powerful.
You
It
know,
works.
And it is like a scary world out there. We all know that, you know, and it is a bit challenging what we're asking our viewers and ourselves to do.
Yeah, but our viewers are special, and they're up for the challenge.
I think so too.
They're not no Joe Schmoes out there, you know?
Intellectual beings.
Bang. How we doiners?
Here we are.
Yeah. So thanks for tuning in. We're going to pleasure your ears and your eyes for the next
Gonna nurture
hour
your
or so. Maybe we'll see
soul.
what's going on. We're just going to let the tape roll.
Let's
and we're
go
gonna
for
kick
2
it.
hours tonight.
My name is Chris.
I'm James.
This is James.
And my name's Nicodemus. Nice to meet
His
you.
name is
How
Nick.
you doing? Where
He's
you
kind
from?
of a nuisance. You'll learn that, but we love him over there.
Nick Nuisance alliteration. What else?
Bingo bango.
There it is.
Bingo bango. Another alliteration.
What does alliteration mean?
An alliteration is when there's I think it's 2 or more
I think, or
of
you know,
words. I think.
I got a
If
laptop. I can look it up.
Look it up.
Maybe
But
you want to do that.
basically, it's when you repeat, like it's a repetition of the same starting syllable in words. So
We're getting to the topics.
bingo bango.
I'm looking up alliteration in
Nick-
Microsoft Word.
Nicholas Nuisance.
Can't find it there.
Stay tuned.
Do you know how to spell
We're
it?
going to give you the topics.
Alliteration.
Hey, well, as he looks up the alliteration, why don't you give him the topics? What are we talking
All right,
about?
so I'm going to tell you a little bit of what we're talking about tonight, excluding my notes because that's
Are
always
we-
a surprise.
We're giving him the juice right off the bat.
I mean, just give him. Just
That's
give him a
usually
taste.
what we do. We just
So
give them a
because,
little
you know, we
tease.
have a
I don't
rating
know.
of-
I like the suspense.
Yeah, but
So
they're
now
not
we
making
just
it past 7 minutes. So
now we just look stupid.
What do you mean now we just look stupid? It's called an editor, guy.
No,
Shut up.
we're not editing. This is it's the fact that we want to say
we're
this.
going straight
All
on
right,
episode
go ahead.
30.
We don't want to say this. We're gonna say this.
I'm going to define alliteration. You go ahead.
We
and-
say a lot of things, but
Give it to 'em,
basically,
give it to 'em.
you know, we want to talk about your sense of humor this episode. We want to be a little
Yeah.
lighthearted and why it's important to have a sense of
I
humor
like that one.
in this crazy world, crazy times we live in. We're not going to elaborate on it too much. We'll get
Yeah,
into it
keep-
when it
keep-
happens. And, you know,
What
talk
else?
about a little bit like what makes someone cool.
What makes somebody cool? Okay.
Yeah, like you think you're cool? Are you really cool?
Are you really cool? What
I
else
don't
you
know.
got?
We're going to find out. Some other things, I mean, the rest of what I have is in the notes of Nico.
Oh, the Nico's notes. That's
And-
it. All right.
and
so
those
we
are
have
always
two
gonna.
primary things we're talking
Yeah,
about.
they're gonna smack you on the forehead. Those ones.
Okay.
So we'll let those guys.
All right.
Fly
Having a sense of
high.
humor and being cool. Let's see what we got.
I think we're cool.
We're gonna talk about it.
But going back to
What's
this.
an
not about
alliteration,
us, man.
What's an
It's not about
alliteration?
us,
You got a
man.
qualm?
Alliteration. You want to know the repetition of usually initial consonant sounds in two or
That's-
more neighboring words.
that's
or
what I said.
syllables.
That's what I said.
That's
Wow,
what you
I
said.
really didn't even know that was a word. So
So I had
Wild woolly,
this great.
threatening thongs.
It's a weird one. Was that listed?
Yeah, that's why I
Okay.
said
I
it.
just want to make sure that wasn't in your thoughts. That would have been weird. But I had a really you go to school. It's like you can probably count on one hand the influential teachers that you actually had that were really influential on you as a young being, right?
You're a young being.
And we're still young beings. But in middle school, Miss Wehrman, shout out Miss Wehrman, wherever you are, she was great.
Miss Wehrman, wherever you are.
Yeah,
That's an
an alliteration if I
title
don't
of a
know.
rap
her.
song.
So, yeah. But listen, man, she really, and she wasn't even she was like a somebody. I guess my teacher was pregnant or something, so she stood in for.
Ayo.
She stood in for hold, please. She stood in for most of the year. So she was like my teacher the whole year, and she really she was a great teacher, and she motivated us to really get into the things about. I had her for social studies and English, and she was great, man. And we really I knew what an adverb was, an adjunction.
She did her job.
All those things. We used to label every word you got nouns, you got
did a good
verbs,
job.
you got
You're a smart kid.
adjectives, and then you got
wow,
adverbs.
smart kid.
she's phenomenal.
And
Yeah.
there's the one that starts with
No.
a P.
We understand. Just cut it.
The
now.
one that starts with a P. Jeremy, what?
I'm on Chris's boat right there.
I think
Jeremy,
you're talking
what-
too much about adjectives and adverbs and
Practicality.
freaking alliterations. Okay.
One of you.
Let's move
Well,
the pot along.
that's where I knew it from. But let's move the pot along. Let's go.
Let's go.
What are we talking about?
So you're
How
talking about people that are influential in
I'm
your life.
getting heated up
From-
right now. I'm ready to.
Yeah.
You want to go for a run?
Yeah, you like
You guys want to take a ride real quick before
Calm
we
down.
go for these 2 hours?
All right.
We're going for 2 hours.
We're not
What are
going
you
for
saying?
2 hours.
Episode 30, 2 hours.
Let's remind him about the good things, and then maybe we get into then we can talk about
All right.
2 hours now.
All right, I can keep my energy.
Nick the nuisance.
Nick the news.
You're proven true to
Nico
that.
nuisance
All
notes.
right.
What's for dinner? Giacomo, tell them
Here
the
we go.
good things that they
Good
need to
things.
hear to get them through the week.
Good things.
And
Why
do the
can't you
things
just
that
say
we
like
do.
2 syllables? You know, you can never just be like, James. Can you just
All
take
right.
the good things?
Take the good
Hold on.
things.
Dabba-doo. Shibbity-shibbity-bob. Because I'm the host of this podcast. That's why.
You're the host.
What the frick is going on over
I
here?
am the host of this podcast.
This
That's
is getting out of
James,
control too quick.
You
I
see
think.
where his head's been at? He's been duping us the whole time.
Yeah, I know.
Remember
Ever
I
since he
talked
wanted
about-
to put it on his Instagram.
Remember I talked
You're
about
duping.
I talked about
Executive
the dream.
producer.
Yeah.
He's gonna take it all one
He's gonna
day.
take
this
it all.
conniving son of a biscuit.
Remember
Oh.
I talked about I had a dream where I wanted to have my own podcast. I already do.
Oh,
Well, talking about our first topic, that's not cool, and you're not cool.
I'm just kidding. Come on, let's get to the good things.
all right,
Let's
all right.
go.
Good things. Okay, all right. Let's.
You know
let's
why?
keep
If we
pen.
weren't like related and family and brothers, then it'd be like this would be a real conversation. But we're brothers. There's none of this. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
Three
change the fact
brothers.
that you're a nuisance, though.
I think I'm the best. If I am a nuisance, I'm not going to admit to it. I'd be the best one possible to
All right.
have.
Oh, this might not even
That's
stay
a
in the pod.
glass
but-
half full take right there.
Shenton. That makes no sense.
We're gonna give you some good things right now. Here we are. Episode. Are we good? Are we good? We're good. We're going.
Oh, we're on
Shop.
fire.
We're
I'm not even saying it for my good shop.
okay. All right. So check it. Okay. Don't break my focus now. Episode 30. Here we are doing the damn thing. Okay. This is the podcast that asks you to hold the damn door. We give high fives. How we doing high fives? Go give somebody a how we doing high five. Can't hold the door? Try doing that.
Do
Might
it
be
up.
a little bit weird, but guess what? It'll change your day.
We
I
hope-
promise you, it'll change your
We
day.
hope you don't get punched in the face because we
Yes.
know that happens too.
Weird is good.
It does, but it hasn't happened to me yet. So
just smack that
probably do
jab
it.
out of your way. Then, if they go
Exactly.
to punch you, your hand's already up, so you're in a
Jab, yeah.
position of defense.
this is where we teach you jujitsu as well.
So
So
give him a little left.
Okay.
Yeah. If you have no arms, then we don't suggest you doing this
don't maybe
Chris,
don't do
how
it.
are they giving high fives with no harms, Chris?
Oh,
with their foot.
all
Let him say the good things.
I'm sorry, we could edit that out.
Oh.
Master
All right.
interrupter.
okay. We're the podcast that's not only a podcast, but we're a movement. Okay, spreading the good word, the good message, care, love, and respect for all. Agape love. Go ahead, look it up. Okay, there's 7 versions.
AGAPE.
Yes, there's 7 versions of love, right? In
Oh,
Greek,
really?
seven Greek words that represent love, and agape is one of them. So, this is the podcast that represents that. That's what we're pushing here. We also push the entertainment. So the entertainment piece is something that we've gotten a little bit into, but we're going to get into more of it. We're going to have shows eventually. We're going to Africa. Okay, we're feeding children. These are all things that we're doing. Okay, and if you don't understand it right now, one day you're going to look back at this episode, or we're just going to show you on a future episode. Okay, episode 30, episode 60. We're probably going to just let you know. Like, wow, look at this progress.
423. Yeah.
Okay, we're one heartbeat. We're going to make you feel it. All right, and we're very excited. If you haven't watched the podcast, all right, welcome. Like Chrissy said,
Greetings.
go ahead and check out the other podcasts. All right, all the other episodes. We're funny. We're goofy. We send the message.
Oh, you?
We keep it nice and unique.
That was bad.
And
that was good.
What? Is everything all
I was
right?
trying to do goofy.
Oh, Huyuk. All right.
I didn't even know that was what Goofy
So
did.
hey,
but I heard
if you have your coffee, you have your latte, whatever you have, take a nice sip, then take a nice deep breath as we pull you away from the craziness and nurture our minds. Let's get this going, boys.
What's the
Episode
fir-
30. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy. Episode 30.
We've been doing
What's
a
the first thing we're going to feed African children? It was just a thought that popped into my head.
Maybe some fruits.
Wow. I was going to say fruits, too.
Fruits.
I was thinking grilled cheeses.
I mean,
You know
I'm
what?
sure
that
they
wouldn't be a bad idea because they probably don't even know what the
were
heck
just
that
trying to
is.
Americanize them.
Dude,
Just right
if
off the bat, here's a grilled
if
cheese.
If they got their hands on a Velveeta or a Kraft cheese,
Why don't we just why
game
don't,
over?
why don't we just pull up with a George Foreman, just make them some cheese, grilled cheese, and if they really want, make them some burgers. Be like America, baby. Boom.
What's
Yeah.
like a really deprived part of Africa?
I think it's most of the west part of Africa.
South
But
Africa is
I could be
very
wrong.
like
Yeah, modernized.
yeah.
Yeah, they definitely have.
I just want to point out the way you just said it so casually that we're going to Africa really stands out because usually we're like, yeah, we're going to Africa, but we're manifesting that.
Yeah,
It's setting
no,
in. It's going to happen.
It's done. I mean, how about this? I'll give you guys a little something here. Somebody messaged me on Instagram from Africa.
Wow, no coincidence there, huh?
No coincidence. Deep layers, no coincidence. But what's the chances, right? That's why no coincidences. But he was telling me literally how they're suffering over there,
They're struggling,
and
yeah.
they're and it was a little bit of a interesting conversation, but that just goes to show you, like, keep on pushing in the direction you're going because you get these little signs, all right, and that goes for everybody that's watching and listening. Okay, you get these little signs that, oh wow, it's I was just trying to motivate myself in that direction, thinking that thing.
Signs
and
are big.
Look what happens.
Boom.
Right? That happens all the time. So powerful.
Yeah,
powerful
I
stuff.
mean, what was I about to say just now?
Get it. Bring it back. Bring it back to your mind.
Let me think.
Bring it back. Bring it way back. Bring it back.
Signs are important. We're gonna do a little rap. How we doing, pod? What's for dinner? I'm about to be a facade. What's definition of a facade? We're not linked up. Let's show you how we rock. It was it was something centered around the whole Africa thing. I think. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. The second, not even the second, the millisecond we have the means to go to Africa, we're going. That's it.
Well, we do. We can't really talk about these other things we have going on just yet because we want to make sure we solidify them. But
Yeah.
we are talking to some organizations right now that
Mhm.
we're looking to team up with, which is a big step for How We Doing. It's very exciting. More on that.
Yeah, it's just cool, like you said, for how we doing and like how we do. Like we've really made this a thing now.
Yeah,
Whether people are listening or not, at least to us, and that's pretty impressive. And it's a lot of work, right? And I feel like I've even sold us short in ways. Like I feel like I definitely could have been doing more as of recent.
Hey, we're doing it now. though.
But we're doing our best. Like we got a lot of things going on.
yeah,
Starting with just like life and your basic obligations, and then on top of it, our full-time jobs. But then this being also a part-time / full-time job, and
in a lot of ways. this is full-time.
yeah, it really
Starting to
it's closer to full-time than part-time for sure.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, and I think we're at a cool point where we're flowing through these episodes. You know, we're enjoying doing it. It's fun for us.
Yeah.
Hope it's enjoyable for you guys, and we're working on making this a better experience, watching wise, listening wise, and then also doing the things around it, and making more of an impact, and just
man.
just bringing how we doing
Bring it to life.
to local stores near you. That was good, right?
Yeah.
What are we selling?
What are we selling? Chocolate. I'm sorry, I had to do it.
Cheesecakes.
Yeah, shirts are coming. They're coming.
Cheesecakes.
That's not a bad idea. Let's a little bit of Howie Week. Do we do Howie Week?
Howie
Do we Howie
Week,
No,
baby.
Chrissy doesn't like Howie Week though.
I'm gonna start combating your segment then, because you know how. Howie Week. I mean,
Is that it? Is that your segment though?
no, but I came up with the phrase, and it's not my segment, but I think it's a nice way to segue into the Fritz.
We don't
of
say
our-
anything. We don't.
I get what you're saying, but maybe it's because you think that way and we speak that way, but about it. But if we're really like
What?
accepting of the Howie Week, we can get into a deep talk about it and really pod about it. Podcast.
We could pot about it.
Yeah, Howie Week, Chris?
I don't want to talk about it.
You know what? Honestly, a lot of the viewers are probably like, I don't want to talk about mine either.
Talk
know?
about something else, please.
You gotta relive it again. It's in the past.
Howie Week, baby. I feel like
what is that? What is stupid in Italian again? What is that?
Stupido.
Stronzo.
Shemanit.
Shemanit. Hey, listen. Every so often,
Shemanit.
remember
Shamo.
this. Remember this. Everybody that's watching, sometimes, and it's all right. It's okay. Humbling moment. This is what we talk about a lot on the pod, about being humble. Sometimes you're a freaking Shemanit. All right?
Sometimes.
Look it up. Try and spell it.
Not
on your
always,
own.
but
It's fun.
sometimes Shemanit.
Yeah, it happens to everybody.
But yeah,
Everyone's a Shemanit.
and you got to laugh about it when it happens, right? Like when I like, oh
Can't
wow.
laugh at yourself.
So-
No problem.
Sometimes we really listen.
Yeah, if you can't laugh at yourself, you got to be so spent. Like
Yeah, you're
on
spent.
top
You're
of
burnt.
everything else that's going on in
Yeah.
one's
listen.
life. Like
None
to
of us are
dwell
perfect.
on that. Like
Yeah,
you got to
no.
keep it pushing.
None of us are perfect, and listen. It doesn't have to happen 5-6 times a day, but sometimes you do things that are really we're like, oh wow, that was stupid,
That was dumb.
or I just
That
didn't
was
really
really
think about that. Whatever.
Yeah.
But you got to laugh about it, man.
We're not perfect.
That's how
Yeah.
you know.
You're meant to. You're like nobody doesn't fail. Everybody fails.
Yeah.
There's
Everybody
no
fails.
success without failure,
Yeah, man.
and
It's not
you know,
easy.
you can't
What can't you do?
no. So there was a study, and these aren't facts here. This is paraphrasing because that's what I do. Unless I write it down, then I'll have facts.
Well, listen, we got Chrissy research, so if you know the study, then
I mean, there was basically a study that like getting angry takes
more effort.
no, it takes like
Years off your life.
exactly. Yeah, you probably saw the same thing. And I mean, you don't
No.
really have to. It's one of those things where like, oh, we didn't have to like conduct research about that. That kind of makes sense. You
Yeah.
probably could have assumed that, right? So instead of getting angry, laugh about it.
Yeah, what happens when you get angry? Your heart rate goes up.
Yeah,
Your
it's just bad for
blood
you.
pressure. Like it all. It's
Yeah.
all.
Cholesterol, all those things.
The human
whatever.
body is wild, bro. If you think about it,
It's
Yeah.
like,
crazy. Yeah.
And if
holy moly.
you don't know how you get
Life.
there, it's very simple. Okay, what does anger equal? Anger equals friction in your life. And
Negativity.
friction equals slowing down the process of something, your life. And if it slows down the process of your life, that means you're probably missing out on some
Yeah,
years.
you're not going forward or up,
You're going down.
going backwards. You're not even stagnant. You're going backwards.
Yeah. So what's the fun in that, guys?
Backwards.
All right.
If somebody told you your hair sucked, what would you say?
You can't tell me my hair sucks because I know where I listen. I know when I have a bad hair, my hair is not as good as it should be, but overall, it's good. You know,
I think it sucks.
you can't. I mean, that's not. You're not hindering on my day or my thoughts or how I feel because I know where I stand with myself.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you handle someone coming at you.
Wow, you
Just
just
like that.
used me.
I did. We did a little bit of role play right there.
Can't put it
I
out.
got you, though. Good acting.
Try me.
Right,
Go.
yeah.
Go.
All right,
Freestyle.
here we go.
Freestyle.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Here we go.
Tap me on the shoulder.
All
Tap
right,
me on the shoulder.
Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set.
Insult him.
Quiet on the set, Dan. If you say, I'm leaving if you say anything.
How we doing, baby?
We got to get him a collar.
Doing
Just-
a podcast.
Zap him.
Yeah.
That would be very strenuous on my body.
Yeah, just I'm gonna get a taser.
I'm thinking about how much of a
All right, shut up.
traumatic
Come on,
experience
come on,
that
we're
would
going.
be. Go ahead.
Kind of getting really off.
Come on,
Go
we're
ahead.
Over here.
We're going.
Oh, hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, yeah, what's up?
How
I
we
just
doing?
came over here to say that I think I was like watching you dance before. I think
Yeah.
you suck.
Oh, that's not what she said.
Oh! What's her name? What's her name now? Where's she from?
And that's how you handle.
Could you
some
come over
negative
here?
Energy.
Hey,
There you
there's
go.
space on this side of the table.
Like-
You want to come sit over here?
like-
It's 2 versus 1.
It
What's her name?
doesn't mean nothing. You move on. You
That's
deflect.
it. Deflected.
Because if
Come
you
on.
engage, then you're engaged.
I like that. We should do that.
And if you're engaged, bad things may come.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
we
words
should-
of the wise of,
we,
Chrissy.
we should do that, like
Disengage.
scenarios.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, we didn't turn the air conditioner on. It's pretty hot.
I'm doing all right.
I'm gonna sweat soon.
It's good to get a little sweat. It gets the adrenaline going. It gets your body going.
You sure?
Because sweat never hurt nobody.
All right. So should we hop into some of the first topic, or we're gonna...
So I mean, it's kind of like we've been hovering around it, right? And like, why is it important to have a sense of humor?
Yeah,
It's pretty obvious, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, should you want to hit on this? Should I hit on this?
You want to be a
Yeah,
miserable? You want to be a
I
miserable?
guess he wants to hit.
I think he does.
I just wanted
Go
to
ahead.
say that.
That's
I
all.
mean,
Wanna be- all
if
right.
you don't have a sense of humor, you're just gonna be a miserable throughout your life. There's always gonna be the
What's a
shit.
miserable for all?
Describe
our
a
viewers?
miserable.
Miserable. You're
What a miserable
miserable. You're in every facet of your life, and then you try to, you know, you
Yeah.
have an interaction with someone who could have the greatest vibes, and they're just like, "What's wrong with this guy?"
Yeah, just someone that
Every
You know,
facet. It's just,
someone that shits in your cereal.
Yeah, I mean, cereal first,
Sounds
milk
about-
second.
They're
But
screwing up your whole day, starting at
Yeah.
the beginning
Yeah.
by doing some.
Didn't
busy-
even give you a chance to have a good day.
yeah, they're just a miserable, and they lack gratitude, I guess. But
Nobody wants to hang out with a person that doesn't have a sense of humor. They're nervous around them. They're nervous.
No, what are you
Because
gonna do?
What's the fun in that?
What are you gonna do?
Like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna sit here and talk about everything that's not good and
ugh,
I want to crack a
depressing
joke.
and-
I can't do it. Let's do a scenario. I'll be the miserable.
all right.
Okay, you be the
You guys
miserable.
be positive, be the light.
Okay.
I was just running. There was a dog. He was trying to eat me.
Hey,
Took a chunk out of my
hey,
thigh.
Nick. Hey, Nick.
I gotta go.
Hey, Nick.
What's your name?
What's
Oh,
no? Don't worry about me.
Go ahead.
I have a question for you.
All right.
real quick.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Are you stupid? Are you stupid? Make like a tree and
What did you
leave.
turn it? This is supposed to be what's his
McFly.
name from friggin'
Listen,
McFly.
McFly.
What's his name?
Listen,
Bush?
that guy's
Bush?
a miserable. That's who I am.
All right, you're a miserable.
I'm a miserable.
All right, I understand.
What do you
that.
do?
I am a
You
pizza
find
man.
joy in this life? You find joy in
yeah,
this
I
life?
do.
Look at the clouds. Look at, what are we doing?
And as you could see, that is what brings you down.
I could
So,
be a good miserable, but I'm the complete opposite.
That's not what you want to be around. You got to be around the positivity
Yeah.
and the people that have a little bit of sense.
You
of
like
humor.
the voice? The voice is like good, right? That's like
That was
spot
good.
on.
That was good. That was like
yeah.
just the person I don't want to talk to.
Yeah.
It's like go make like a tree.
I was
and
just gonna
butt
say,
out.
what's going on at home, Butch? Are you okay?
no, no,
No.
miserable is okay.
Yeah.
They
Why,
need a
why don't you take a walk in the park or something?
they need a hug.
Listen, all right, well, he's definitely like, you know, walk in the park would probably help, honestly.
A little
Look at
walk in the
atmosphere,
park,
look at
around the
scenery.
pond, look at some ducks, get a dog. You know,
Saturday
there's
the park.
there's coping devices in this
Thought
world,
it was
you know?
the 4th of July.
Because it's not easy.
Okay, hold on.
Every day is not the 4th of July.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, I have to work on the 4th of July.
That's painful.
Yeah.
Let's bring it
It's
to a head on this one. Look, you know, if you don't have a sense of humor, first off, you're not really fun to be around. And we're social beings, so in order for you to be able to maybe make a friend or two, and in order for you to take life, just take it easy. In order for it to be frictionless, you gotta be able to have a sense of humor. You gotta laugh at yourself. Laugh at yourself. Look in the mirror, make a face, and laugh at yourself. Because you guess what?
Yeah.
We're all goofy sometimes, and we're all
Stunad.
stunads sometimes.
It's
do
a
what
good-
you want to do, and at the end of the day, you're happy. Then that's all that matters, and you know your happiness is the most important
Yeah,
thing.
just freaking really just laugh at yourself.
It's a good outlook to have.
Who gives a crumbs?
Yeah,
you
if
can't
it's-
take one life so seriously and yourself so seriously. You know, it's good to hold yourself to a standard and
Standards. Yeah,
you know
gotta have
there's
standards.
the right time and place for everything. But you know, when you're getting ready in the morning for work or whatever, or you're with your friends, all bets are off. You can have your fun. You can laugh at yourself. You can make others laugh. You
You
know.
have fun in getting dressed in the morning and waking
I
up?
know. I mean, I'm
Sings a little song.
No. I'm really homed in on my hair. In the morning, making sure that's good.
Sure.
You're not really too pleasant in the morning, if I'm being frank.
You don't think so?
I'd say 3 out of the 5 mornings in the weekday. You kind of either one snap at me or we just have some kind of verbal altercation. And it's not in a negative way, but it's not in a positive way.
Can I tell you? Sometimes you just say things that in the morning they don't interest me at times. Is that okay?
They don't interest you. Does that mean you should be rude?
Am I being rude or am I just being
Like,
hey,
someone
it's early?
It's a little early for this.
Like, we'll just
Nickel-
just
doodle-
No,
calm down a
so
little bit,
I always thought that I wasn't a morning person, but I think you aren't a morning person. I think you get up early, and I don't. But you're not there's two factors in being a morning person. It's whether you can wake up early or not, and it's your mood when you wake up, like whether you're able to be talked to, or just not approachable. You're not pleasant in the
I'm
morning.
not approachable till about like 9:30, 10.
Yeah, like I'm not like
after
10
stimulants.
After 10 o'clock, you can talk to me.
I think you're not pleasant in that grace period because and that's fine because that's how you are. I think I'm not not pleasant. I'm just like I might not be coherent. Like I think like I even realized today like I need a couple hours get the engine running, get the oil pumping through the engine, get it running smooth and bang, I'm up. Let's go. What do we need? Who's next? What's for dinner? What are we doing? What do you need? But I'm not like a nasty person in the morning. It's just I might just be like, listen, like, I just woke up. Like we just need to. I need a little time before we talk about that.
I come to realize that I'm not good. I'm not good in the morning until I have my mango.
Oh,
When I have my
let
mango,
me get a chunk
I'm
of
good
that
to go.
mango right
Yeah,
now.
you see this mango right here? This is a ripe mango. This mango we're gonna have after the podcast.
Yo,
We're gonna have it here.
mango's a
Right here.
top 3 fruit.
I'm just gonna put it right there, actually, just right there.
Mango's a top 3 fruit, and because it's like such a popular.
Top 3 fruits, then.
It's a popular facet
Go.
in like.
Top
can I
3 fruits.
finish what I'm talking about? It's a popular.
No.
It's a popular category in things that aren't fruits.
We got to elaborate on fruit now?
Not everybody.
You want us to talk about top 3 fruits? What are you talking about? That's what you just suggested something. And you said we're really gonna do that. That's
no,
what you
but
just did.
like the elaboration
listen, there's
before the
proof.
elaboration.
There's proof. This
Hang
past
on,
30 seconds,
hold
there's
on a
proof.
second. Let's talk about.
Contradict yourself.
Let's just flip this topic on its head because it's going in the shredder right now.
Now no one talks about
Shredder.
fruits. You happy?
Let's talk about. Ready? Let's talk about.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Shredder.
Sure. Let's talk about cancel culture. What the frick is that about?
Sure.
Yeah, well, people tend to throw people into the shredder with
Yeah.
cancel culture. What's that about?
Well, you know what? I think it started with the ghosting.
Ghosting.
Ghost you, cancel culture.
I just, cancel culture really strikes a chord with me.
I know.
what
I
do you
could
mean?
tell by the way you were like, right.
Yeah, I kind
What
of
do you mean by
started
that?
for a sec.
What do I mean by?
Like ghost.
Oh, because I feel like it starts small, right? The seeds start. It has to start as a seed first.
Sure.
And start on
Everything.
an individual level.
Yeah.
It's like ghosting. I don't want to talk to you no more. I don't have to deal with telling you, hey, listen, I don't want to talk to your friend or
Well, yeah,
something
I mean,
else more significant. Doesn't matter.
It's a shitty platform because, like, you can't ghost someone that lives on your block or you see in your market every week. But in this world we live in with social media, you can talk to people you don't know that are wherever, and then, okay, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to ghost you.
Yeah. And the
I ghost
ghosting, and you know what? That's not only an embarrassment to the person that you're ghosting, but it's an embarrassment to your character.
Embarrassment to your life.
Ooh, character.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah, and hey, if you don't like it, well, maybe you might be part of the problem. Or if you're hearing this and you're like, yeah, you know what, I had this person go ahead and ghost me, and I was like, I didn't like that. Well, maybe you get the idea. It's not okay.
I mean,
But that's where it started. At least that's what I think. That's where it started. All of a sudden, now
I think
cancel.
to correlate, I think
Maybe
that
vice versa. I don't know.
that butthurt feeling for that person that's ghosted,
That's a good way. All right.
that is like the same feeling or connection that people make about what certain people said in the past when they were 14 years old, tweeting on Twitter that wasn't even what it is today.
Your willingness.
And then, oh, you said this, and that butthurtness is like the same communic reaction that we get from all these people on the internet that leads to cancel culture. But cancel culture is a very
broad,
crazy thing, broad thing. So, like, that's just one of the ways. But
Yeah.
it's that correlation. Like, and I'm such a oof. Like, cancel culture, I don't like you. I don't like you a lot.
I don't like you a lot.
I just want to
striking a chord with this guy
I want
right
to really
now.
I feel passionately.
Why don't you just burst into those
I don't like you a
cascades
lot.
of phrases?
You know what? It's like, who are you? That's the question. Oh, cancel culture. Who are you?
Well,
What do you do?
I mean, cancel culture is not only just like online; it's like in people's real lives.
No,
real
but
lives.
I want to
Yeah.
focus on the
You know?
online stuff
Okay.
because in real life it's the
still.
ghosting.
No, I mean, I was gonna say that it's like workplace things. Like,
But you
If
get
you-
canceled at work.
yeah,
How?
like if you do something online, you can then get fired for it at your job.
Oh,
Oh, you thought you had
That's
me
a
in
different-
checkmate, right?
that's it.
pal?
that's
a
not
little-
in real life. That's online.
Well, I mean,
But
it's,
it's
a
combo.
crossover.
It's a combo.
It
Crossover.
affects your in real life scenario.
Yeah, I mean that's mainly in politics. I mean, don't listen. Like, don't post derogatory
Derogatory.
stuff on your social media if you want to get like a high level job where
yeah, but
they're
sometimes
doing
it's not.
background
It's
checks.
not intentional. Sometimes it happens from somebody else. Sometimes you get hacked. Sometimes this or that. Like crazy shit happens.
No, you're right. You're
Facts.
right. You're right.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a
That's really like that's what cancel culture really is. Like, who gives a shit what they say about you? Like, I mean, obviously on the internet it's a big thing,
I just hate
but
how
like, it's like a real. It affects your real life.
yeah,
like-
and like listen, like if you're listening and like you're a part of cancel culture, like try and cancel us. Like I literally dare you because I know we're gonna get to a point where we can't be canceled.
We have 15 fucking subscribers.
how many subscribers? 15 subscribers. Listen, we have 34 subscribers, and by the time this episode gets out, it'll be more. But what I'm saying is, cancel culture. It keeps escaping my mind. Okay, yeah. So here we go. We're all human, man, and it comes back to nobody's perfect. And cancel culture, the way these people act online, first of all, is out of pocket because you don't.
All you people.
You people. That's not nice to say, but it's fun. Listen.
It's all
Yeah, but
So-
like if you, can I just? Oh,
Yeah, go. No, go. Speak.
can I just elaborate on that?
Elaborate.
I would just say like the people like the people that actually comment on people's videos like saying something negative, like that's insane to me. You know,
bro. Listen,
like have you ever like
Gotta be in a bad
negatively?
spot. Yeah.
Yeah, like even if you're like really like having a bad day and you're like this freaking person, like let me just,
No,
but like dude, even people that like send death threats, like you would never kill somebody. You're just like all talk online.
yeah, that's
like,
crazy. Like what happened with the death threats recently? The guy that hit the guy in Colorado.
Yeah,
Sending death threats because he made a late hit in football.
to your favorite college football
like
player.
you got to get yourself. Like I don't know any specifics about your life, but you got to get yourself together. Like your priorities are in the wrong spot, my friend.
Yeah.
But
those are not the people that prosper, man. They just like locked.
yeah,
in some sort of death
you're
mode.
letting your own baggage hold you back.
Yeah, that's just like everything in the world could be going right, but they're still.
But that's the thing. That's the thing, though, because like on the internet, like, and it's a like I say a lot of things around this in conversations, and it's like it's the difference between today's day and age and back then, right? Today's day and age, you got the whole internet, which is literally its own world in itself, right?
It is
And
virtual.
you can say things with no consequence. You can state your opinion and more, and you can say even derogatory things, right, with no consequence. And then basically what cancel culture is when groups of people are in agreement about these things, in their own opinion about something someone said or someone did that's in the public eye of being a celebrity or famous, which gets back to what I was going to say is like, you're not, nobody's perfect. Like, and that's even like politics is one thing, but like like at one point with cancel culture, we start the world internet wise and social media and all that started treating celebrities and people that are just influencers or whatever that are in the public eyes on social media. They started treating them like they're politicians. Like if you're a politician, okay, you can't have that dirty baggage get out about something you said that was stupid. I get it. You're trying to be the leader of the free world or run for Congress, whatever. But like comedians, actors, artists, like these are all people that just found their way in their passion, and you're treating them like they're running for president. Like everybody messes up, man. Like give them a break.
Yeah, it's all just entertainment, Like entertainment isn't meant to be like it's subjective, There's no right or wrong for entertainment.
We really got in a way to where you can't agree to disagree. That's what happened recently. Like we got into this groove of where you can't agree to disagree. Like all three of us, we have our friend groups, right? And do we have the same values and morals with all of our friends? No. We were even talking about that earlier on the phone today, right?
Yep.
Right? And that doesn't I don't like to hang out. I don't like you. I don't agree with what you agree with, so I can't talk to you. That's not how it works. No one's we're all ourselves. We all come from our own environments and backgrounds.
People let that one thing about somebody just like, oh, he's that, like I could never.
I mean, listen, like we're all a little crazy, we're all a little messed up, but like at the end of the day, you judge you shouldn't even be judging a person, but you evaluate your friends as for who they are as a person and their soul and their vibe. Like it doesn't matter how they feel about politics or like whatever it is.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of it comes down to like what you said about before, like being selfish and being like
way too self-centered.
Yeah, too proud to like, oh, like whatever I say, as long as it makes me feel better, I don't care who it affects.
Yeah, and you know what? Social media and things has created this kind of superficial way of living, of being, of representing yourself.
Yeah.
Because now that virtual self, that's part of your representation. So it's no longer just how you walk around, how you represent yourself face to face, but it's also, all right, let me see this person's Instagram. And
it's almost like
so
cancel culture.
attached.
It almost sucks the like originality of everything out of it. Like you can't even do something new because it's against the grain. It's like you can't do that. Like, why not?
Yeah, it's just taking it way too serious, man. Like, listen, like life is
here for a good time, not a long time. Yeah,
dude.
Certainly, man.
You can't mess up. Like you don't mess up. Like who are you then? What's your guidebook that you're not
like
messing
you
up?
probably get it all the time. You mess up at the pizzeria. Oh, is this really gonna affect your day so tremendously that you have to be nasty to me?
Yeah, I mean, like it's like say like you work with someone who's really really on you. Really, it's like you make a mistake, like bro, come on, like
as if you don't make
Not that like they're gonna make fun of you, but like they're really on you, but. That should come within yourself. Like when I make a mistake at work or I mess something up, like it's not going to ruin my day, but it's going to stick with me for a little bit because I hold myself to a standard, and I know
everybody should.
I know like the pedestal I keep myself at my job and what I provide, and when I mess up, I get mad at myself, and that's the only thing that should happen, right?
Yeah.
And for like the employer, when they see that, it's like like he's on himself. It's when you don't care that it's like, like you might have to get on them for that. But I guess staying relevant to what we're talking about, it's like, listen, everybody makes mistakes. And to apply that to a celebrity, like, these are just people. Like, they aspire to be actors and actresses, or they love music and they made music and they made traction and now they're in the public eye.
Or if you're somebody like Jordan Peterson, you're acknowledged for your your
intellect.
Your intellect.
But you can't.
Art is an intellect too.
Yeah,
so
100%.
Across the board, it's examined for your intellect. But
it's just I think what we're speaking to about cancel culture is it's unfair and it's really irresponsible. Like, and it's such a like it's so influent. They have so much power, and it's just
Negative
really
in a negative way.
yeah, it's a
influential.
negative force, and it's like these are how people make their living, and for them to have to go through this, and now your publicist is like, oh, you have to issue a statement, like it's all a bunch of like BS.
Yeah, it's for
honestly,
no reason,
like
man. It just comes down to people really not caring, man. They don't realize what their little comment on their
People
phone or
make
their computer,
mistakes,
like what it does to
yeah.
somebody else.
Let's
And-
give them.
They just think like,
just one
oh,
more thing,
this person
Go
can't
for it.
hurt me. I'm a big mouth online. Like I
yeah,
can just say whatever I
yeah.
want. But
And then if it was in person, they wouldn't say anything. But,
but
but what I was saying
there's
is
a
like,
certain line that gets crossed too.
yeah, 100%. And when you're in the public eye, the stakes are higher. Like,
100%.
think about like Kim Kardashian or anyone. Like, it's rare that you have someone that really never, got into that sticky territory or had something they had to
They all
cover
have.
up or remove.
They
Yeah,
all
'cause
have. We
we're
just
all
we
human,
didn't see
man.
it.
We're
you
all
know?
nobody's like, and to hold them accountable in that light is just it's too much, man. People make mistakes. That's the simplest statement to counter cancel culture. So stop. Worry about yourself.
It's really
Facts.
it's the media driving it, man. Like
It's
they're
crazy,
really
dude.
just
It's crazy.
sticking. Like they are cancel culture, because they are gonna mass
Quite.
report.
They
on
allow it,
everything
yeah.
that's
Quite literally.
Quote
too.
unquote being canceled.
Let's talk about Michael Jackson for a second, right? Michael Jackson came up since however old he was, 7 years old, Jackson 5.
Yep.
And then till he was 20, 21. And then when he's around 21, 22, he wanted to do his solo stuff. 80s, 84, right? He comes out with the Thriller album. If I'm right that it came out in the 84, that's pretty good. Just
going.
pointing that out. Michael Jackson was the most famous man in the world. There's nobody who has ever been more famous than Michael Jackson. That's a fact. People in any country knew his name, and he toured
Prince-
everywhere.
Prince came close.
Prince came
and
close, but
then-
he's not Michael
and then
Jackson.
and then you have Elvis Presley.
Yes, true. But also
Well,
Elvis was
I
a little
mean,
bit earlier. Michael Jackson
Whitney
was
Houston.
in that time frame where things were moving faster in the industry and all that. But what I'm getting at is from the time he was like in the Jackson 5 to the Thriller album, the media was just building him up. Oh, it's Michael Jackson. All these things, his tours, these songs, all this stuff. The way he dressed, he was killing it. And then once they build you up, they try to tear you down. And that's the original roots of cancel culture, right? That's like the like basic belief of it,
I mean, the
right?
very beginning, if you want to say. But
Yeah, and it's just inevitable, right? Like when you get to that point, they're gonna try and tear you down, right? And it's just rolling with the punches and persevering at that
If
point.
we could maybe give the audience some examples. Okay, ready? This is why you shouldn't really be focusing on who's better, who's cool, who's not. This person deserves to be canceled, or this person deserves to be ignored in some fashion. Okay, don't tell me that you didn't walk around your house in this form of a rush because you had to get somewhere with your phone in your hand looking for your phone. Tell me you haven't done that.
If you haven't done that,
Oh, it's
Or
in my
your-
hand.
or your glasses are on your head.
Yeah,
I don't wear glasses.
where's my glasses? Oh,
yeah.
right?
Where's my wallet? Oh,
It's the
Oh.
simplest form of not being perfect and making mistakes.
Yeah. Did you ever go ahead to brush your teeth and forget to
Yeah.
put the toothpaste on?
Yeah.
Don't tell me you haven't done that. You done it.
You
So,
did it.
why are
You're
you
not
perfect?
dumb. We're
We're
dumb.
dumb.
on a
But yeah, but that's on a basic level,
right, I
and
was
it's
gonna
like
say like on a mass scale.
when
like,
you're in the public eye and you're
Yeah.
famous, they're looking for you to slip
But-
up. They're looking for you to look stupid. you
But
know?
there obviously are
Own it.
Own
certain
it.
situations
Make a joke of
that people should be quote unquote canceled.
yeah, there's a clear line if you cross the line. But
But
cancel
we're
culture,
talking
their line is just not where the line
is-
should be.
Yeah, and
you
it's
know?
not consistent either.
That's correct. Well said. Well said.
It's flip flops.
And this can go very well into that other
What's cool?
topic we have is what's cool.
What's cool? Who's cool? What's cool?
Who's cool and what's cool.
Derek Jeter's pretty cool.
I was
He
gonna
is
say
pretty
it's,
cool.
I'm
You know what,
thinking
I
about
actually
Jeter
had-
and Mayer again.
I had this
Yeah.
I had this like
Mayor, I don't think is even on the same level, bro.
Oh man, he's
What, like, too
awesome,
cool?
dude.
I think John Mayer is not like a great person to hang out with.
I think that
Oh, he's a fun time.
I think that the beginning mayor, the young mayor,
like early
or
2000,
early mayor,
Yeah.
was pretty freaking cool.
Vote
like-
how we doing for mayor.
But also, like, how do you deal with that level of
that's crazy.
so many people, especially the opposite sex, liking you, loving you? How do you not get so egotistical?
Yeah,
You have to really have boundaries on yourself. You have to really.
you gotta have the right people around
Yeah.
you to really ground you. Because at that point, I don't think like say like each of us in a singularity way, like not having each other, got
Okay.
to that level of success or fame.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be hard to ground yourself. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
and some people have that, but you know, you gotta have the right people around you to
You
really
need a
ground
freaking
you.
council in order to keep you freaking level.
You need a
Yeah,
cabinet, bro.
100%.
You need a cabinet.
to run
I mean,
the show.
What's the main thing that makes you cool? Like you think in
The
people's
main
eyes?
thing.
Is it
money?
See,
All right. Well, if you're going for
well,
Okay,
there's
yeah,
a difference.
status.
There's a
Yeah.
difference because
What? How do you get status?
status. Yeah,
you get status by doing things that other
It's
people
all
admire.
it's all driven. Like that's just
it's
how
your
it is.
reputation.
It's
your
about money.
connections. It's what you have accessible to you.
Right.
But you know
what you have that others don't.
what is cool is different to everybody. You know, when we were all in high school, being cool was a completely different thing, right? We're all removed from high school now. Being cool
Wait,
isn't
what?
really.
I'm still.
Oh, you're still
I'm 12th grade.
You're
12th grade, senior year,
12th grade? Yeah,
You're
yeah,
a super duper
I'm
senior.
a
senior
freaking
sunrise,
Super duper.
Super duper
I'm sorry.
pooper senior.
senior cut day.
Go ahead, please.
You know, it's different to everybody what you prioritize as cool. Now being removed from high school, what I thought was cool back then is not really what's cool to me now. I mean, now if I use the adjective cool, it's like, oh yeah, they're a cool person. But like, I'd rather say like good person, like you have a great soul, like good vibes, cool to be around. You know,
Makes me feel good.
yeah, you know, I don't like aspire to be cool. I'm just trying to be the best person I could be, and motivate people and impact people in a positive way. But like that's cool to me.
Let's flip this on its head.
Flip it on its head.
Okay. How could somebody make you feel cool?
How could someone make me feel cool?
I'll
I'm
start.
just-
Could I start it off?
Yeah, go. How,
Being-
how could
being-
somebody make you feel
Being
cool? James?
accepted.
Accepted.
Being accepted.
Yeah.
If you're accepted, all of a sudden you have a layer of cool.
Right, because
got a
as
layer
far
of
as you
chill
know,
on
if
your
you're being
water bottle.
accepted, you must be cool.
Yeah.
That's just
I'm
how
part
it
of
is.
I'm part of this group. This group accepts me.
You got to
Right.
be doing
Person
something
thinks
right.
I'm
but
hanging
acceptance might not always be true.
Yeah, but do you? But where does that come from, Giacomo? Do you?
Where
You?
does-
Because me, it's like
Do you just want to trump my whole point?
Go for it. Go. All right.
Go.
Hold your note. Go for it.
I was going to say, well, where does the acceptance like lie?
That's a good question. Like, what level of acceptance, or what's the action that makes you accepted?
well, I think what Chrissy was trying to say is
Okay, yeah, please help me.
is why do you feel like you need to be accepted?
Bam,
Yeah,
bam. That's it.
I
But
feel how
but
deep this is going.
but like, think about that for a second,
But
because we all feel that.
You do, yeah.
to a point, yeah. Like,
No, everybody does.
yeah, to a
Everybody-
point though.
Everybody has different levels or different.
Because
ways they
honestly,
view-
I don't care. If you don't accept me, that means you're not supposed to be a part of my life, and that's cool. Like,
level
Yeah,
of
but
doubt that
wish
that's
you
not-
good,
But
and that's it.
Maybe that's because you're accepted,
I think it's just a part of me is really crazy, and I'm
and you
really
don't know
out there.
what you don't know what not having acceptance is
well,
like.
well, I think I'm accepted because I just try to be the best person I can be. I think people just see,
But it's not
feel
about
my
it.
vibe, and they accept me because
It's about
I make
the
them feel
it's about
good.
the other side of it. Being
Well,
do people accept you? That's why maybe you
I think
don't.
I think for me,
You know what I'm saying?
I think for me, there's just
Yeah.
a good balance.
Right, but like deep down, You know you want to.
I think it's
because it's not okay. It's not a good feeling.
yeah, nobody wants to be
not a
alone.
good
You don't want to
feeling,
be
not being
naturally.
It comes down to being alone. You don't want to be alone.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, ready?
Like where is it like not being accepted come from? Is like being made fun of or casted out from something
Yeah.
or excluded or making
Correct.
felt stupid.
Okay, here's an example. Ready? A lot of the friends that I made in my adulthood, all right, already had foundational friends.
Mhm.
Follow me, where their friends or their core friends were from high school, right?
Yeah.
That's a typical place where many of your friends could stick with you through the rest of your life or through a good portion of your leading
Yeah,
up into
you
your
get those
adulthood
couple
or even
that
into your
stay
adulthood.
with you.
Yeah, and I came across a group of friends at one point where all these friends knew each other for years, like a good, let's say, anywhere between 7 to 10 years before me. And then I come along, and now I'm kind
Yeah.
of admitted into this group, and then there's like inside jokes that I don't maybe know, or like I'm not invited to all things.
Yeah, there's time
type
there
of thing.
before you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
accepted.
acceptance, right? And then you're kind of, but now you like this group of friends, and you're like this group of friends is so cool to hang out with. Like I know they accept me, but there's another layer. There's layers to acceptance.
Yeah,
Or-
100%. You don't want to cross the boundary of like, ooh, tell me like what that means.
Right. Oh, what is that?
You know, because then you'll be like,
Tell me now.
you know, I'll be like, who's this guy?
Why do you guys keep saying that?
Like,
I'm confused.
Tell me what that means.
yeah, like you don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it comes back to balance, But I'm sure you've made your impact, and like that group of friends, they know if you've been hanging out with them for a long time, where they know what you present and what you bring to the table. And they
Yeah.
know that they got a good person in you, and that's what I keep because I don't know. But the more you mature, the more like your outlook changes. That's why I think I said about like high school, because like when you're in high school, being cool is like just talking to the cool kids and just like getting the invites to the parties and being there and hanging out a lot, and that changes. That changes when you're out of high school and you grow up and you mature and you have obligations. Being cool. It's just funny because like I don't think about being cool. I want to be the best person I can be. I want to try and just, like I have my circle of the people I care about, people I love, and they're in my life for a reason. I'm eternally grateful for that. I think there's a very, very strong meaning to the people that are put in your life, and I think the reasons are portrayed throughout your life, and I think being cool is like a different aesthetic that you go through when you're younger. When you're mature, I think it's more about having, like I always say, people will be like, oh, don't like judge people by their like when somebody passes away, you judge them by your actions, right? Which
by
their actions, the person who passed away, but
or not judge them, but you measure them on their actions.
Yeah, and my thing to like kind of debunk that has always been like, nobody, kind of what we're speaking about, the cancel culture and whatever, like nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes, so somebody might have some negative feeling towards you or this and that, and they can judge you by that. But it's more about like judge someone by their relationships that they had on this earth in this life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what really measures your character as a person, and whether you're cool, if we want to call it that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's. I think like what we were talking about with Jeter and Mayer, right? Like that's in the public's eye, like those guys are cool. Yeah, 100%. But everybody's lifestyle is different. Everybody's situation is different. And you're recording, you're tracking how long I can talk by myself. I'll take the rest of this episode, man.
Oh, we know.
Oh, I'll take the
Almost.
whole
We know.
thing. What am I at right
we
now?
know. I don't know. I lost you.
Well, listen.
You were at 1:30, but you definitely talked for like 3 minutes before.
You
that.
ain't cool unless you pee your pants.
Yeah, Billy said it best.
All right. So
That's a quote by Vanessa Hudgens.
What's a quote by Vanessa Hudgens?
He's gonna read it right now, pal.
Yo, I had a big crush
B?
on her during High School Musical when that was in. When High School Musical was cool, I had a big crush on Vanessa Hudgens.
Ready?
Now, not anymore.
Vanessa Hudgens. What
Same
she
thing with
says-
Selena Gomez, man. She was like my biggest crush.
Come
back
on,
then.
she's still a smoke show.
Yeah, but
okay.
still a beautiful girl.
Yeah. B,
Hey, Selena Gomez, you're beautiful.
Yeah.
Go on the How We Doing
she'll
pod.
she'll watch this another 5 years.
I don't know what to say because my girlfriend watches the podcast.
You don't say nothing. I'll say it for the rest of us.
Listen,
Selena
listen.
Gomez, you sit right here. We'll get you a chair that's
I don't know if this
level
is
with us.
allowed, babe. I don't know what to say.
Yep,
You're
yeah.
beautiful. I love you though.
Bam.
Yeah, you're doing all the right things. You're doing all the
Smart
things. For
man.
my girlfriend,
Smart man.
For my girlfriend, wherever you are out there, I don't know who you are.
Okay, wait.
It's not,
Vanessa
it's not
Hudgens.
funny. It's not
Let's
funny.
get the quote.
Vanessa-
Let's get the quote.
Vanessa Hudgens. Here we go. Being cool is being your own self.
Wow, that's
Not-
what I've been saying.
Not doing something that somebody else tells you to do.
You're falling.
No, it's
I don't care. There's not a story
that how we
that
doing
we
can't reach.
If you're trying, if you're
Then
frying.
it's how we doing, Breeze.
Sure. Breeze. Shout out, Breeze.
Chick-fil-A.
Breeze should be our next guest.
How do you think Chick-fil-A, like, why do they close? I mean, I get why they close on Sunday. That's awesome, but
It's because they're
can they afford it?
I guess so.
Yeah, they got 2 drive-through lines, bro.
2 drive-through
Wait,
lines?
same
with,
place?
I like
What are you talking about?
every Chick-fil-A has 2 drive-through lines.
You see the new drive-throughs? They're like walk-through, bro. They walk your food out to you.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't eat fast food, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, do you think you're better than everybody that
I didn't-
has a little
did-
Chick-fil-A
Did
every
I
once in
say
a
that?
while?
No, I was
You had
actually
a condescending tone to it, pal.
define condescending, Christopher.
T-C-O-N-D.
Define, not spell.
I did
Define.
this the other day. That's why I said it.
But
American? What?
if I'm gonna eat fast food, I'll eat Chick-fil-A. Not anything else though.
So as you can see, we talk about some interesting topics here on the podcast. It's all about care, love, and respect for everybody. We're trying to spread that agape love. Reminding everyone to
AGAPE. Look it up.
look it up. Don't be so filled with yourself here. Okay, just, if you're that
Take a
type
break.
that takes pictures of themselves on Instagram, well, you're a lot like myself. No.
I was like, keep taking them because that's good.
Look, we all do it, but it's one thing that we should definitely be mindful of is if you're doing it for others and then to feel good about yourself, well, then you got yourself a problem.
Yeah, and what does that bring us to?
But you know what? Hold on a second.
Oh,
Because
he's got more.
there's
He's got
something
more.
tricky about that, okay? Because like you go ahead and it's like, okay, I'm posting this because I'm feel good right now. So I'm posting this.
I'm feeling
snap.
myself.
I'm-
I'm feeling myself.
Right. So you post it, right?
How we doing, pod?
But
How we
we're
doing? How we doing,
Shut
pod?
the
Never give this guy tequila again before a podcast.
Oh.
If you know, okay. Anyway, no.
Go.
Retract that statement.
Yeah, give me all the
You
tequila.
go ahead to if you're gonna go ahead to post something, right? And it's like, all right, I'm feeling good. I'm gonna, boop, do that.
Ka-ching.
You're in the gym. You're about to go out. You're already out. You're at an exclusive place. Woo. Yeah, I've done that before actually.
Dark lights, music, dancing,
Dancing.
strobe,
Tequila.
Potty.
dancing.
Dancing.
You like to dance?
So if you're that person,
What was
you're doing that. It's because like you're feeling good.
Want to
But-
dance?
But
But there's a but.
How we doing, baby?
Yeah, that's completely sidetracked the whole freaking thing.
No, so you're doing your thing. You're posting, but
You're posting because you're feeling yourself, but are you doing that because you're like, oh, I know everybody's gonna love this. I'm gonna get a lot of likes, or are you doing it because it's like, I don't care what the likes are. I'm just doing it because I love myself right now.
Yeah, doing it for
but like
yourself.
my argument is like you don't have to post if you're loving yourself. Like then why can't that picture just sit on your phone for you
But
to look
here's
back
the
at?
argument against that.
Why you
Have
why
you ever like been very excited or you like really feel good about like what you're wearing, and then you go ahead and you have to FaceTime somebody to be like, yo, check out what I'm wearing. Isn't this awesome? And then it just gives you the extra boost of confidence.
Yeah.
We're social beings. Sometimes
Well, you
we need
want
that validation.
gas. You want to be gassed
You
up.
wanna be gassed
that
up.
juice, you want that
100%.
juice.
We all want to be
Squeezed.
gassed up sometimes.
Yeah. I
So
hear
just
you.
know that there's levels to this. Okay, you got to control the ego. All right, so
Get out there and get accepted.
get accepted.
we should get some certifications. We should get like some.
Nico, what the frig are you talking?
Yeah, no, because then we could
What
be
would
like,
you get
listen,
a
like,
certification. in?
Certification.
like Because we're like therapists at this point. We are.
We might be to some degree.
Nick, that's probably very offensive to some therapists out there, maybe tuning into our podcast.
Well, you know,
they might be like, you know what? I went to freaking the school of
that's what I'm saying.
therapy.
Relax with the
Therapy
cursing.
years and
Relax
I went
with
to the program.
relax
I got
with
a
Yale.
master's degree,
Hey.
PhD in
Hey,
therapist.
stop talking. Relax with the F bombs, please. First off.
Did I say effing?
Yeah, you did. You did. It slipped out. But
We dropped a few
that's
of them
why I
this
said
podcast.
I
certifications
did drop a few.
and not degrees
Sorry.
because I think a degree
Wait,
takes
run that
years.
back for me again.
I just think we should get a couple certifications, like to talk about certain things, and like actually like stand on some ground when we say things, you know. But listen, it's a podcast.
That's the last thing you
It's
need.
a podcast, but it's also a movement, and we're bringing entertainment. We're trying to do this not only for, well, not for us. It's for you, because we want you.
We want you.
And I think you guys should swing me a little introduction to my thing.
Me? You.
you're good.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to hold the mango for this?
You know, I don't know. You guys don't seem excited for my segment.
Oh.
And I don't really feel appreciated right now. Gas me up. Gas me
We're
up.
gaslighting you.
We're
All right.
I still don't know what gaslighting means.
Gaslighting means like egging on.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Or like,
I think gaslight.
People always accuse me of gaslighting, and then I'd be like, "Tell me what it means."
yeah, it means like kind
And
of
then they
like you're
tell
just
me,
like
and I still
hyping,
don't.
you're
I still don't
hyping
know what it
something up,
means.
or
I still
you're
don't
like
know
not
what it
hyping
means.
something
I don't
up.
care
Hold
for
on,
it.
hold on.
I think it's the same thing as cancel culture. I don't care for it. It's my enemy.
Put gaslighting in a sentence.
Do mangoes grow off trees? Do they come off trees? They're mango
You
tree.
ever had yucca before?
Yucca.
Bro, yucca.
You
is-
can ski. You can ski.
No, dude, yucca is so good.
I had a weird dream last night.
Tell us about your dream.
We were at. I don't know who was there. I really don't.
You never know who's there in your dream.
No, but
No,
I was
me either.
at some sort of water park, freaking like paradise, freaking ride thing. Like it
Oh,
was
so
just.
you were in Mexico.
I don't know. Maybe it was somewhere tropical, but it was just like
Tropics.
man surfing, like skiing, like
You can ski?
down big ass slides. I was like, what is going on right now?
Oh, you're having fun, man.
Yeah, I was having fun. I was working up a sweat. I woke up at 5 a.m. cooked.
Oh, you were probably like dancing in your sleep,
Yeah,
like leaning into the turns and shit.
yeah, probably.
He's like a
sheets were off the bed.
he's like a Jamaican bobsled team in that bed. He's like, who?
Cri-
Who?
Chrissy,
Jamaica, we have a
A bobsled team.
Chrissy, why don't you read gaslighting?
Yeah, read gaslighting, then
Urban
we'll get into
Dictionary.
the notes.
when you
gaslighting.
lie to someone to make them feel insane because they don't know what to believe anymore. Oh,
Oh, that's toxic.
that's something that Rob Murray does.
Wow. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a master gaslighter.
My ex, she always used to say that I gaslighted. I don't know what I didn't know what it means. I don't think I did that.
You know what that is to me?
But
Well,
how
that's-
could you know
Well,
if I'm
kinda
lying
that's
on
like
a
kinda
false
like
pretense?
that's kind of someone just being gullible. You know, like you're saying, like, oh yeah, like I've been
you're
to
amazing. So
I've
she
been
said,
to Japan and like fought a freaking
So if
black
she
belt.
said I'm gaslighting, I should like stop being gullible.
Yeah.
But that implies that I'm lying, but I wasn't lying. I don't know.
yeah, but it's not really a
I think
lie because that's not going
she-
to really affect them.
She used it like in terms of like me trying to make her feel bad.
Stop
Which could have been
gaslighting me,
misconstrued.
Matt. SpongeBob is not gay.
Wait. Hold on. Ready?
What?
That's what it says on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, dude. Throw that in the category with cancel culture, bro.
Great.
Introduce my segment, man.
Nick, hold on, real quick. There's no such thing as gaslighting. Who even told you about this
Yeah,
word?
that's
You
bullshit.
probably dreamt it up. You're so stupid for even thinking this could be a real word.
Just do not.
Okay, I see that. Then now they're trying to take it and like
Well,
being negative towards
can't
the
like
person.
anybody
bury
write
them.
anything on Urban Dictionary? Like, isn't this like
I think
Wikipedia?
so. You might be able to edit that. But
Yeah,
in the
this
meantime,
is
Put
Fugazi.
put a
We're gonna-
besmudgement in there.
we're gonna move this on to
swing it.
to the topic to give you some interesting stuff, okay? And it has to do with the notebook. And there's only one person that usually carries a notebook on this podcast.
backpack.
And we are getting ready for Nico's notes as he finishes his drink. Give it to us, Nico. What do you got in that notebook of yours, bro? Brah?
Chrissy, put your headphones back on.
He'll get there. He'll get there. Tell us. Come on. Keep it going. keep
What
it
do
going.
you hear? What do you say? Welcome back to another edition, baby, of Nico's Notes. How we doing? Thank you. So, Ladies and gentlemen, what is
It's
it?
not fellas and fellettes.
It's fellas and fillettes.
No,
fellas
no.
and
No, it's
and,
gals.
gals. Fellas and gals.
Fellas and gals.
Ladies and
There
gentlemen.
we go.
Girls and gals.
That's
Listen,
girls twice.
listen. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've had a real formal notes at the end here.
Nico
and,
got some juice.
Yeah, I finally mustered up some juice, and I'm ready to
Mustard in your juice, huh?
I'm ready to just
Mustard in juice.
go through the things. You guys ready?
Go through those things, boy.
Let's
Be the-
go
be-
through.
Hey, be the light, brother.
Better be interesting.
I'm feeling the light right now. So I got a couple of things, and that's why we got a full-fledged notes at the end here. Welcome back.
Let's tick on it.
I missed this. I really did. And for one, I'm just gonna start it with a shout out to Theo Vaughn. Guy's just
Powerhouse right now.
yeah.
Powerhouse.
He's killing it in the pod game. Aside from Rogan, the Godfather, whatever you want to call him. Shout out, yeah, man. But listen, this past weekend, he's been doing a podcast for I don't know how long, but he's great. He's great. He's entertaining to watch, and he's really, really a talent in comedy, but also in podcasting, because it really is a talent that you acquire through doing it. But all right, I got one little quote here, and then I have two questions that are practical questions.
For us? Or the
For
audience?
what do you guys want first?
the questions.
Questions first. All right. So yesterday was National Sons Day. Earlier in the week was National Daughter
today.
Day. Was it today?
Yeah.
Shows my perception of time. But like my question is, how did, and then you got National Puppy Day, you got National this day. How do they come up with? How do they pick the certain days to be National whatever day? Who's in charge of that? That's my question. Can you look that up?
Is there a day for every day of the year now?
There's like National Water Day, National whatever.
I feel like that takes the importance out of like
Well, yeah, it's
real
like,
celebrated holidays.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like America just makes like sub holidays for people to just post something on their. So can you look that up?
Every
Who
day should be a
decides the
holiday.
national days?
No, I don't think it's really that.
No,
important.
look it up. I really want to know.
Nick, you're not gonna get an answer, bro.
I'm not sure if you're going to get answers.
It just
like
does,
some sort of
it just
secret
doesn't
person
make
that's
or
making
like
these
what's
laws.
the process? How does that work? Like, is there something? What's today's date?
28th of September.
9/28/23. So like, does like 9 plus 28 equal like 37? Like, does 37 spell sun in Roman numeral times? Like, what is it? How do they calculate this
I
stuff?
don't know, man.
Just like, you know what? I think today should be National Puppy Day. It's like, how does it work?
I mean, you should love your puppy every day. Why do you gotta love it?
Oh, it's
you
the
gotta
same
love
thing
it
as
extra?
like Valentine's Day and Mother's Day and Father's Day. Every day should be like that. Love your loved ones.
Yeah, but those are like old ones, you know. Like just keep.
Yeah,
keep
no,
those
those are definitely pillars in
Yeah.
the holiday, and those are holidays. But the national days, it's like this is like a quarter of a holiday, half a holiday. Who is this person?
National Pie Day. It's a good day.
Pie Day, good day, Mom's birthday.
Yeah.
yeah. But
Tree 14.
314. I see the
3.1456789.
I see the number. Like not every day, but I see it very often. And I just always
I
think,
go
oh,
hard
shit.
every day. Yeah, yeah.
Can I get a paper towel?
What would it be? How holidays are what?
How do they come up with the national days? How do they determine what day is national something? Can we pull that up, please?
Can we get the next question while we?
Next question. I'm on break at work, and I'm just like sitting in the car. And
I love how there's always a story before the question.
yeah, do you really love it, or you just think like, you know,
Oh, I
you're,
love
you're
it.
saying something condescending about it and you don't like it?
I think
You
we're using the
deeply
word
feel-
condescending too much now. We may
because
not be using
I
it correctly.
think it annoys you a little bit, and I think it's a very impactful word.
It's crazy.
Puts
Because when
you
you
in
go
your
to
place.
I'm just talking.
when you
You
look
know, you're
this up-
talking
not
so
calling you
much
condescending.
like it's your own
I'm
segment,
condescending.
and it's not. It's my segment.
Listen, this is our podcast, and you need to come to terms
And
with
I
that.
am the host,
so we're
and
kinda,
this is
I'm
my
kinda
segment.
checking you right
so
now.
that's 2-1.
Because without checks and balances, what happens?
2-1.
Democracy falls. It ceases to exist.
Yeah, Roman
Nick.
Empire was a democracy. What happened to them? Huh?
They
I don't know
cease
about
to
that.
exist.
Yeah, so lose it.
But what are we?
Make like a tree and fly, McFly,
Make like a tree and leave.
and go.
You dunce.
Listen, can I
Yeah, tell the freaking story.
You
Ask the
can-
question.
like the listener and viewer will definitely be aware that you just interrupted my I'm going into the story leading into the question and you just completely derail me
Fix it.
like a freaking like a train just on its side. That's it. Hopefully no one's on the train. Hopefully no one got hurt. But what I was saying is, I'm at work. I'm on break. And I see this guy. He's walking actually into my job, and he's pulling like one of those, like you ever see those ladies in like Brooklyn or whatever? They're pulling like the wagon they go shopping with. It's not a wagon. It's like a little cart.
It's a cart. Yeah.
But like this guy's got like I guess you call it a stroller, and his dog's just like sitting in the stroller. It's like, So I just had like I was like, why are people walking their dogs in strollers?
I think this is federal holiday.
No.
Shaka.
So why don't we stop? Let James go.
So here's a funny thing.
I just don't get it. And one public disclaimer: if your dog has trouble walking,
Well, maybe
and
that's
is in
it.
old age, fine. But I know I used to see this lady would walk these two bulldogs in these little freaking strollers, and it's like,
Rufus and Pappy.
excuse me, yeah. And I know Rufus and Pappy got some pep in their step. They could be walking. I think actually it'd be good for them if they were walking because they're little heavy set little bulldogs, if you know what I mean.
I thought they were. Wait, you said they're bulldogs?
Yeah, I said bulldogs.
Okay.
So it's like, why? Isn't that like against the whole idea of walking your dog? Go ahead.
Well, what if a dog walked you and put you in a basket? How would that work?
I would want to walk on my own 2 feet. In this case, they
Would
got.
you rather-
In dog's case, they got 4.
Would you rather walk on all fours on a leash held by your dog that walks on 2, or
A dog that walks on 2.
a dog that walks on 2? You walk on all fours.
Dogs walk on 2 feet.
That's what I'm saying in this
We're doing the
scenario.
podcast.
I'm
You're
talking
shot.
hypothetically.
You're shot.
I'm talking hypothetically, Nicholas.
But why can't, in your hypothetical scenario, dogs still have 4 feet? It just doesn't make
They
sense.
do have 4 feet, but they walk on 2.
It's paws, actually. Correction.
You're a freaking
Okay, so
chooch.
dogs walking on 2 paws. There, and what is it?
A dog's walking on their hind legs, walking you on.
A guy comes into town
You
on
don't want
Friday.
to understand information.
Go ahead.
You just want to hear yourself talk.
Go ahead.
I
Shout
don't even
out.
care. It's scrapped. It doesn't even matter.
This might be scrapped.
Your segment,
You bring
your
bad
segment,
energy.
Your segment
Stop.
is kaput.
Stop. Kaput.
I'm taking over.
Stop. This is my segment. You bring bad energy to every note of Nicodemus.
All right. Easy
No, I
does
don't.
in
it.
history, and
No, I don't.
I just don't appreciate it. I
Do you
really
wanna-
don't
do you wanna-
appreciate
Do you want to start this over?
I'm trying to.
it. No, I'm not starting this over because I still got the good quote coming. Okay,
It's gumming.
it's
It's
listen.
Kaflumming.
Listen to me right now. Listen to me right now.
I have headphones on.
That's a bad thing.
If you continue this bad energy,
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna talk to James during Nico Notes. I'm gonna have whatever his name is behind the counter.
I get to talk to you and you don't get to talk back.
I'm
That
gonna
sounds
have I'm
great.
gonna have him just cut your mic out. Just cut you out for
No.
whatever time it
That's
is
not
that I
possible.
do my notes.
Steve,
No,
Do
it's
not do
Steve.
anything.
We
Hey,
didn't
hey,
hire
hey,
him
hey,
back.
we
We're gonna lose
hired
the
Steve.
audience.
What do you mean? He's
didn't
right there.
We didn't hire him back.
Nick, what are you saying right now?
Are you lying to the people?
James,
What's
did
up?
we not have a discussion last week about hiring Steve back? This kid's had way too much tequila.
Steve, just no.
What'd you
Listen,
forget? You're
Nico,
drunk?
Nico's not. He's not ignoring. No. Put that down.
Go-
Put that down.
Get out of here, guy.
You see what
You're-
you did?
Got him all worked up now.
See what you did?
You're canned. You're sacked, buddy. That's what they say
This-
in England.
this-
You're sacked.
This kid.
You're
That
fired.
cost over $1,000.
You're kaputs.
We don't
Get
have
out
that.
of
We
here.
don't have $1,000.
Go home.
We're not sponsored yet.
Been waiting on an industrial
Oh,
camera
man.
for 6 months. You haven't shown me one that's good enough. What are you doing here?
Easy does it there.
Get out of here. I do your job in my sleep, backwards and forwards. But let's get into the quote I have for Nico's notes.
We
How
have
about
to
that?
listen to more.
Sure.
I'm
Stop
just
stop
kidding.
bringing bad energy. Like on a
I'm
real
just
note.
kidding. Come
No,
on,
no, no,
learn
I
to
know.
laugh-
I
learn
know
to
you're
laugh
just
at
kidding. I
yourself.
know you're just
Come on.
kidding.
What
But
are
I
we
just
talking about?
I just want you to put your best foot forward. for a second.
I'll put my right foot forward. It's my
Is that
second
your best
best
foot? No, you
Put
kick
your
lefty.
right foot in,
You
and
should-
you shake it all about.
You said a foot.
Do the hokey pokey and you how we doing?
I'll give you a foot.
I need your left foot forward.
My foot is gonna go backwards first.
You know, it's like nobody wants to be intrusive thought. Nobody wants to be picked last in kickball.
We got to really see how much of the podcast our viewers are listening to, because
Better be listening
I'm
to this
concerned.
I hope they're listening to all this. This
Listen,
this is golden.
Listen,
right now. I mean,
all I know is
we
I
think
was
it's-
picked
you know,
first or second in kickball. I was a friggin' home run champion.
I was picked last every time.
No, you weren't.
I
False.
was.
No way.
Not in football though.
I don't believe it. You're a
I
Feldman.
was like third.
I was not
Well,
a last kickball.
listen.
I was a heavy lefty.
oh,
bombing
bro.
them.
Okay,
You,
wait,
you
wait,
want to
hold
be on
on.
my team,
After
both
you're-
sides of the field.
let's-
Football, kickball,
Let's
baseball,
get back.
whatever.
Let's get
That
back to this
sucks.
question about what you're saying.
So
here. Give me the
listen.
juice.
If you're walking your dog in a stroller, I hope it's with good reason. Because to the raw
it's
eye,
a funny thing.
it's a little condescending. It doesn't make sense to me. But I'm sure if I stopped
Wait.
you in your tracks and asked you why, you'd have
But
an
what
explanation.
business is it to you? What people do with their
Is it
dogs?
condescending?
It is condescending. Yeah.
What, condescending in like the sense of like,
It's like you
Oh,
think
you
you're too
do-
good.
you think you're too good for your dog to walk, or
You
your dog, or is it?
Oh, your dog walks
is
a
it
little
dog-
slow. You can't just walk a little slow with him.
You know,
You got to go at your own pace.
Maybe the dog walks too fast.
listen. Let's face
if
it.
you walks too fast, then you got to get on a diet or get to the gym. Is what I'm saying.
I don't
You can't
think.
keep up with your dog. You got problems.
I think
Got big problem.
Unless he's one of those skinny dogs that go to the track and run. Those dogs are
somebody.
fast.
You know what? It's because you know why. You know why people are putting the dogs in strollers?
Why?
It's because we're starting to look at them like real freaking humans, and it's because
They're the closest
people-
thing to humans.
Listen, okay.
Besides monkeys.
check this out for a second. All right, dog owners like back in the 1920
Yeah.
would walk their dog. They come home. They get out of line. Smack them up. Eat your food. Have a snack.
Go to bed.
That's it. Have a nice
No
day.
dessert.
Now, today, there's gourmet meals. They're putting on the bib, and they're
You're
freaking
right.
feeding the dog at the table.
There's people that are treating
Now-
their dog like their child
Now-
instead of a real
our
child.
dog eats organic
If-
food only.
If you,
What is it called? Shout
It's
him
called
out.
Happy Pet.
Happy-
No, it's not. Is that what it's
No,
called?
I'm making stuff.
It's not Happy Pet.
hold on a second.
It's Happy
If
Pet.
you're-
Jerk. Shut up.
If you're somebody that
My
is
segment.
feeding
My
your
segment.
dog at the table, okay, and
Yeah,
you're
you
putting
talk.
and you're putting a bib on.
You talk. It's
Let
your
me tell
segment.
you something right now. That's the freaking cutest thing I think I've ever seen in my freaking life. I can't even deny it.
That's
I
good.
can't even deny it.
That's
Yeah,
good.
no,
But it's a
Too
wrap it
freaking
back.
cute.
100%.
Nico's
Freaking
notes is the
dogs.
people segment.
Roof, roof. Like getting ready with
There's
the
a
bib.
thumbnail. There's a thumbnail right there.
Yeah.
But basically what I'm saying is Nico's
there
notes
shouldn't be anything
is,
wrong with that.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be anything wrong with it.
Nico's
Dog
notes is
eating-
yeah, Nico yeah.
There shouldn't be anything wrong with the dog eating at the dinner table every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
if you look
Interesting.
down upon that, then come on,
Come on, have some
No.
fun. You
have
know?
a sense of humor.
Wrong. I sit for
It's
that.
funny.
Nico's notes is the people segment. So if you have anything you want to be discussed or touched on, or you want to reach out about for Nico's notes for the How We Doing podcast, brought to you by How We Doing Productions, just send us an email at howwedoingproductions@gmail.com.
Drop the
Disclaimer: if I was like one of those guys at the end of a commercial that talks like really fast and says all those
An infomercial.
yeah, all those disclaimers about how you could die from a certain drug, and it's like
I was gonna say you sounded like an infomercial.
it was. It just wasn't as fast. But let's get to this quote I got. This quote is good.
All right, give us
This
the
quote is good.
Please give it to me.
You're on fire.
This quote is by a man who was shot.
I shot the
This man was shot. He wrestled a bear. I'm pretty sure. I could be
I
wrong.
was gonna say.
Fact check me.
I was gonna say 50 Cent, but now I'm thinking Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, from that movie. From that movie. All right, ready? I'm just gonna smack you guys with it.
All right.
Comparison. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah, take that with you. You know who said that?
Comparisons.
Yeah.
Is the thief of joy.
You know who said that?
Stephen Hawking.
He got shot in the
Comparison
chest
bar.
and said a speech with a bullet in his chest. You guys know who it is? Come on.
Rocky Balboa.
Come on.
Oh, I know this one.
Who? Come on. He addressed the public with a bullet in his chest. Like a man. A real man.
Nelson Mandela.
Neil
Come-
Armstrong.
Come on. You guys are close. Not really.
Not really at all.
He was a president.
Oh, Oh, that's easy.
Tell me.
Ready? Abraham Lincoln.
No.
I got shot in the head. Sorry.
Jimmy
Oh,
Carter.
that's
God rest
messed
in
up.
peace. That was messed up.
Jimmy
God
Carter
forgive me.
did get shot. And it's not John F. Kennedy.
Jimmy Carter.
He got
one of the
shot
worst
as well.
Who are you talking
We
about?
had nothing to do with it.
Tell us.
presidents. We had
Just a
Did he
disclaimer.
do anything?
Come on, man.
Even the
He
government.
wrestled a bear.
Bert Kreischer.
This guy was a badass.
How did he wrestle a bear? That's a side
Oh,
question.
Teddy Roosevelt?
Thank you. Come
Teddy-
on.
Teddy wrestled a
Roosevelt.
bear.
He either like used to hunt bears or something like that. Something with bears.
If he freaking wrestled a bear, I want to take some lessons.
No, like if Teddy Roosevelt
It's
was
not
president right now, America would be just a bunch of friggin'. We would be riled up for this country. Just.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
comparison is the thief of joy. You know, be grateful for what you got.
yeah, because if you're comparing,
Take it.
it takes the joy away from you. Hence the thief.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes we got to really look at these words. What's going on?
He
man?
left it the way I said. Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man.
dude.
Like, why don't we just like, let's just freaking man and just like,
All right.
Cut
All
it.
right.
Cut.
yeah, man.
Snippers.
Come on, we're not cutting that. This is a joke.
Sure. Sure, it was. Okay.
All right. That's gonna do it for Nico's notes, baby.
Thank
I
God.
was glad to have you guys back once again. If you want something mentioned in the notes, just send us an email. I'm not gonna say the email again because if you don't know it, then you're not watching.
How we
You're not
doing
a real
productions?
How we doing her.
Productions? Drop the G
No
at
G.
gmail.com.
We don't like G's.
Send us an
besides
email. We wanna
Big
talk to
Dog.
you.
Big
You
dog.
don't want to talk to us?
Big dog. That's the only G we like. Right?
Big dog. Whoa.
Woo. Shout out.
Doing his
How
thing.
we doing, baby? What's
That's my
for
boy.
dinner? How we feeling? You know, I asked somebody in the drive-thru. I said, "Hey, how we feeling? How are you feeling today?" I tried to say it like that, right? Like how you say it to
Yeah.
really get a
Yeah,
response. He
project it.
goes, "I'm feeling." Oh wow,
He's feeling.
thanks, bud. I
At
knew
least
you
he's
were
doing the
feeling.
bare minimum.
I asked. I was gonna fill out, but then it's kind of like weird. I didn't want to seem like a creep. I was like, no. I know you're feeling. How are you feeling today?
This
I was just like, oh, you're feeling. I was like, all right, that's good.
it truly is an experiment. You want to know why?
And then they don't ask me back. And I'm like,
He
am I
doesn't want to
doing?
know why.
Am I
Because you know
doing something
why?
wrong?
Because they're focused on getting the other people behind you taken care of.
But I want to pay for their food too and their coffee.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me how you're feeling?
Yeah. You tell me. Maybe you should open up with.
I really
Tell me how
care.
you're feeling. I'm gonna pay for your coffee.
Tell me how you're feeling. I'll get behind there and help all the customers behind you and take care of your
Wait, you're going to
job.
buy the drive-thru worker a coffee?
They get
Yo,
it, they get
that's
it.
good.
That's good, but they probably get it for free.
They probably get it for free, but I'm be like, hey, you tired? You want a coffee? Like, can I buy you a coffee?
It's not a bad idea.
They probably get a certain discount. Listen, discount or not, I want to
Yeah,
buy you
use
a
it
coffee.
on me, and then I'll buy you a coffee, too. 2 discounts.
I'm gonna do that tomorrow.
Bingo.
I'll do that
This
tomorrow.
is a perfect segue into talking a little bit about our experiments that we have going on.
Yeah, why don't we do that and let's wrap.
All right, we're gonna talk about our experiments. We're gonna talk about our experiments right now. We're on the
we-
podcast. We're doing it. Okay, we're filming for you, but we're also filming for you.
Hey,
Experiments. What are we doing?
hey, get me in the shot. Oh,
Are we,
is red a good color for
we're
me?
mixing
That's a good
chemicals
color.
and we're mixing something? We're making a reaction?
Well, come and find out. Here we go.
How we doing resolution?
So, I go
So.
I go into Starbucks, of course. That's where many of the
That's where the magic happens.
experiments are happening.
That's right.
And yes, that's where the magic happens. I go to somebody today. I'm like, I go, hey. He goes, yeah. I let there be a pause.
let it simmer.
Because he knew it was coming. So then I waited for his smile. Then he smiled. And I'm like, how you doing today? And he was like, I'm doing good. I'm actually doing really good. I go, okay. All right. Scale of 1 to 10, where are you? He goes, I'm actually a 10. I was like, whoa. A 10?
10?
This
yes.
early?
Dieci?
It was pretty good.
Yeah. Start telling. Do you tell people, like, random people about your day?
So I only tell them about my day if the conversation gets to a certain place.
Yeah, there's a level to that.
Well, like, if somebody asked you,
Oh,
has
like,
anybody ever asked you, like, how's your day?
nobody has actually asked me yet how my day is.
Isn't that, like, kind of sad?
Hey,
Nobody-
how's your day?
Nobody said to me yet.
How's your day?
How's my
How's
day?
everything?
But it's all right because
How's the fam?
We'll get there. They're gonna see this episode.
But like, would you like tell them what's going on with you if you were?
Honestly,
I woke up on the wrong side, but I got to the right side, and the engine's running well with the oil now, and I'm doing good.
I feel like that would be like cool because you never know like what that person would say, and maybe it would, like if you had something like really on your mind that like just you wanted to get out there and just
Like kind of
it may
test
be
if
like some
somebody really
good
cares about
some
you.
good advice or something good that they say that may stick with you from like an outside perspective.
No, you're
somebody
right.
you
Yeah,
don't
you
know,
you,
you
might
know?
get that spark from someone, some random person. Sure, if the
I hope
timing is
so.
right.
Could you guys come up to me and ask me how I'm feeling, and I'll tell you.
I feel like if you
yeah,
ask,
even if you're from Belgium, because apparently we have viewers over there
we
too.
got a couple,
Or Sayreville, whatever.
we got a couple listeners all around the world, and we appreciate you. We love you. And but I feel like you ask someone, "How's your day?" They say, "Oh, good."
No, they give you the typical base level, surface level response.
Then you got to follow up, be like, "No, like how? Like talk to me. How's
No,
your
but
See,
day
you
that's
going?"
not a
can't.
bad idea.
I don't think you can.
Follow up.
How are you doing today?
That might be like a listen, guy.
It
Order
depends-
your food and get out.
It
No,
depends
no,
on the
let's
person,
take a
though.
deep dive. Let's do it.
It
We got
depends.
the time.
It
I don't
depends
know,
on the
man.
person, and it depends on your delivery.
And how they're feeling. And your
Definitely
vibe.
depends on the delivery, the smile.
Yeah,
If you smile, you can really get away with like almost anything.
I gotta tell you, most
And
of the
look 'em
time
in the
I'm
eye,
following
too.
a smile, and I'm getting the responses. But here's what I was thinking this past week. Right? How do we intensify the How We Doing experiment? Okay, and by the way, this is like a legit ongoing experiment to see how people respond and how we can get strangers to speak. Okay, so starts off with like how you feeling, and then like kind of range them. Go ahead and kind of make them think about how they're feeling by asking them, okay, well on a scale of 1 to 10. Now you're forcing them to actually think about it like kind of unintentionally, but intentionally, right? Then
Yeah,
they
scale of 1 to 10.
then they answer that question. And you say, all right, not bad, da-da-da-da. Figure out that conversation. You said, you know what? Hey, tell me something. What really brings you joy,
That's a good follow up to intensify the experiment. for
right?
sure.
If it's not that question, maybe if that one's too deep, it's like,
What makes you happy?
what really drives you to wake up in the morning?
Ooh,
Because now you're kind of forced to really think about
those
it,
are 2 good follow ups.
right?
I'm gonna try and do that this week.
Intensify the conversation.
Yeah.
Because that's how you break through the layers of a person.
Right, that's how you get to like know somebody without it directly being
Yeah,
like,
now-
tell me about yourself.
Now
Yeah,
you see that
and-
person again. There's more of a general connection. Like,
Right.
they remember you for that interaction, and now it's kind of like, hey, and then you can relate to something they said. Hey, how's that person doing? Or What's
Right.
going on? How you doing with the whole
You-
yada
Yeah.
yada
Get
Yeah.
connected. Get connected with the people
for free
with your community.
with how we doing connection.
Sean, you have to find a place to where you could engage. You have to find a place, a response, just a place in the conversation where you could become a little bit vulnerable, so then they become vulnerable.
Yeah,
Because that's how you break through
that's
the
a community right there.
that's how you really crack
Right.
through that.
If you
the last
want to
layer.
start a conversation, you have to drop your guard first.
and not completely,
No,
just a little bit.
just enough to
That's You throw them a bone,
so they
throw
can
you a
hop over
bone.
the gate.
Yeah. So it starts on that basic level. How you
My
feeling?
gate's open.
Where's your gauge?
Come on in.
Come on in.
It's gonna open up just a crack. Just if you want.
Right.
I'm knocking
I
on
got-
your door.
I got
You gotta
cookies.
open it. I'm not gonna break in. That's
For-
not me.
For many years, I've taken a deep interest in psychology. Learning anything from body language to facial expressions to how even somebody processes and pauses in their responses, right? Because all that is all very intertwined in knowing whether or not somebody even wants to speak to you.
True.
So one thing where you wind up lacking is if there's too much silence. So knowing your follow-up questions and knowing where a question is going to maybe land you, either A or B, is very helpful. And that's why the How We Do an Experiment is so key, because you start on such a base level. But as soon as you ask this kind of next and new addition to the How We Do an Experiment, which is like, tell me something. So now that we know your gauge, what drives you in the morning? What drives you to wake up? What brings you actual joy? Now it's
Yeah.
bringing the person to a happy place that's probably igniting some endorphins that's making them want to actually respond and break through that layer, or the willingness to break
Yeah.
through their own layer to be vulnerable.
Yeah,